Greetings everyone, this is Elizabeth and today I'm happy to be here with the Crescent Creation channel and I'm using Fawn Fangtastic stamp set to do some clean and simple cards. And all clean and simple means is you have a lot of white space and your focus is very simple, clean to do, easy peasy, and that is what we're gonna do. I have already stamped on some Gina K masking magic, cut my little shapes out so that I can mask them and color them afterwards, because this is going to be a one layer card. We're basically going to stamp on our panel, trim our panel, and then put our panel on our card. I'll put my other phone on do not disturb, but I put that no, I didn't put it away. I was like, where did I put it? I also have my circle that I created a while back. Let me double check the size of this goodie. This is a 3-inch circle. I know it doesn't quite look like it. Let me measure that again. That is 1, 2, yep, 3-inch circle that we're going to use to help mask off our moon area. And then we're gonna get some colors. We've got white to help tone down some of the blues. We have a light blue, a dark blue, purple, and a gray or black, whichever you have handy. And we've got coordinating ink brushes that we're going to use, and all of our little Fawn Fangtastic. First thing we're going to do is we're going to stamp our goodies. We're going to stamp them where we want them, okay? And for one of them, and this is what's great about these big old sets, right, is you can do so many cards because there are a lot of these designs, right? Ugh, let me get this inky. So we've got 5 different bats from this set. We could basically make 5 cards that are similar but different. So I'm going to put my moon there, I think. So we're going to stamp a little in because I am going to trim these cards. So I can easily cut that trim that off. Okay, so I'm going to do a branch for the 2 and then a branch for the 1, because there's a set 2 different ones that hang upside down. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing. Just kind of plop that right there. Okay. Okay, now we've got our branch all done. We're going to get our little danglers. Yeah, here's our pair. Okay, and you want to make sure you get your stamps pushed down really well. We don't want any air bubbles, because if there's an air bubble, it could leave a void in our stamp, especially really big stamps. Now, I've got them inked up really nice. And are we focusing? Focus, 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 focus. There we go. They're nice and inky. And I'm going to pull this a little bit closer to me so I can see their little toes, because I want their toes on the branch. So you turn this however you need to turn it so that you can see their little toes go on to the branch. Like so. And stamp. Oh, look at them hanging out right there. Aren't they the cutest? So that one's all done. Then we're going to move on to our single dangly bat right there. Same thing, ink him up. Okay. Ugh, they ink up so nice. And then rotate it around so you can see. Just make sure those toes get on the branch. Give it a second so the ink mingles with your paper. Oh, I stamped that one really good. Oh, toes right on the line. Okay. And then our third card, we're going to put one of the flying bats. I haven't decided, oops, which one I wanted. I think I'm going to go with this one. We're just going to stamp one because these are clean and simple. We want to make them as simple as possible. Okay. So minimalist is kind of what a clean and simple card is a minimalist card. Okay, we're going to stamp that right in the center, like so. Boom, boom, check it out. Now we're going to do some masking. Okay, because I used 3 different bats, I only had to make masks of them once. Okay, which is super great. And again, there's 5 different images, so you could do this 5 different ways. If you have trouble opening your mask, you might need a pokey tool. Let me get these open and put on here, and I'll be right back. All right, when you get them all masked up, you don't have to save their little backs. Trying to put those little backs back on will drive you bananas. What you're going to want to do is just stick your little masks right to your put away. Now, the Gina K Masking Magic does have a slice down the back, but when you're doing teeny weeny images, yes, you don't always stamp on that line. So always look for that line before you start peeling, because it will be a lifesaver. I do only have the one branch, so we're going to do this one last. And here's this one, which we will do first. That way there, we can peel that after we get our moon done and get it onto our other one. So what I'm going to do is we can see through this. I mean, look at that. We can see our little bats in there. So we can decide, okay, where do we want this moon? Okay, and I do want it more centered, but I need it over just a little. That way there, I can trim a little bit there, trim a little bit there, and a little bit at the top and whatnot. So there's our little mask. And we're just going to reuse this mask. You can use it a lot of times. Okay, first things first. I'm going to show you this one, and then I'm going to zoom through the other 2 because they're going to be exactly the same. That's what's so easy about this. Everything's the exact same except for the little images. So you can really mass produce these, especially if you cut out a bunch of moons. Okay. So I'm tapping into my white because these bristles are really stiff. The white gets a little weird. So I'm just tapping. I don't want to rub because it rips up my thing. And then we're just going to put some of that white right around. And you won't be able to see it. It doesn't have to be perfect, but that's it. We just add some of that white. Okay. Next thing is our light blue. Get these rolling out. We're going to go with our light blue next. Now, once you pick it up, okay, and you go around, you want to be careful when you go back to get more ink because you're going to have white on your brush. It will transfer. So we're going to dab off and just lightly blend that blue in with the white. Because even though this is a light blue, okay, we don't want it too bright. Okay, we want to tone it down, and that's what the white's doing, is toning down our blue. Okay, and so now I've got this little white patch, and I'm not going to worry about it because I've got 2 more cards to do. Okay, now we're going with our darker blue. Okay, and then again tap it off. and just swirl that around in there. And don't swirl too much. We don't want to lose all of our light blue. And if we make marks, don't worry, we'll be able to blend them out. Okay, right over our branch. Okay, so we have a little bit of the light blue in there, a little bit of the dark blue. And now we're going to go in with our purple, because purple's going to kind of cool it off and give it a more of a fall/winter vibe. Okay, and we're just going to go around again. Very, very lightly, like so. Kind of going wild with my colors today. Trying to keep it clean and simple. We're supposed to have some white in there, and I'm losing it, but that's okay. It's still going to look really good. I'll try and do smaller actions with the next one, so that fits more in the clean and simple. This one won't quite make it, but it'll be great. And now I'm going in with our gray and just add a little bit of this shady right around, kind of blend out any brush marks that I might have made. Sometimes we just got to go a little bit slower. Heaven knows I like a quick card. I do. Okay, and then we're going to have this little bit of gray, little bit of blues, and it's going to look fabulous. Okay, so when we peel this, like so, look at that beautiful white moon hanging out in there. Isn't that gorgeous? It actually peeled our little bats, but that's okay, because again, it is something that we can use over and over and over again. So we're just going to plop those right back in there. Look at that. And don't forget, when you're cutting your mask, you want to cut your mask on the inside of the line. We want the original stamping to show through. It's going to give us our best qualities. Okay, let's grab this guy. Okay, and we're going to put our little moon down over him, and we're going to do the same thing. Okay, but we'll get that stuck down. But let's finish this one up so you know what I'm doing in the next one. I have my piles of color here. I'm just going to go in there and grab them, tap them off, and just give our moon some definition. Little bit of halo in there. We'll just go around. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? If we need it darker, we can just go right into that more directly. And just kind of stay inside the moon. And around. And there we have it. So now we can peel our little stick. And we'll be able to color these beautifully. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? So I'm going to go ahead and ink these up. Look, we're just going to put them right where they go. And it'll be ready for next time. I'm going to ink these up. I'm going to color them, so you'll see that in the fast forward-y part, and I'll trim them down and everything, and then I will get back with you at the end, and we can talk about the quick and easy cards we just made. So I will see you in just a momento. Oh my goodness. I'm really happy with how they turned out, even though I had like the biggest smudge on this one down towards the bottom. I just went in there and chopped it off, which gives me a little bit bigger bottom and a little bit bigger top. Or you could center it where the top and two sides, and then the bigger white bottom. Either way, it'll still look great. But look at that. Have a fantastic day. Ooh. This one here, I just did the little bit of trimming so that it is 4 by 5 1/4, because I didn't have any issues with that one. Yay. And thank you very much, because I do need some thank you cards. And then this one, I trimmed it down a little bit more because I went a little too crazy up here. Remember, I should have had it more like these, where it's got a little bit more white space. But I really like how it turned out. Kind of like it's just fading away, leaving room for my sentiment. So I chopped a little bit off the bottom and the top, which left me all this nice white space. So I'm actually liking... I like them all, but I kind of like this one better because I do love the color. But being clean and simple, we do want more color left behind. So that's pretty awesome. Really happy with that. Ugh, just fabulous, I think. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you like the Fawn Fangtastic set, the link will be in the description for you for Crescent Creation. It is an affiliate link. It doesn't cost you anything, but does let Neha know that I sent you. And she gives me a little, well, the application pays me a little bit, you know. But yeah, so awesome sauce. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. You guys are all fantastic. Have a great day, everyone. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.